Hey everyone, my name is Danish and I'm one of the language trainer at Aspire Square. Today I'm going to discuss about the self-pep examinations writing module. So here we go ahead. The writing module has got basically a duration of minimum 53 and maximum 60 minutes. But if we talk about how this entire duration is going to be divided, then for that we need to check out the tasks that would be coming across through the examinations. So there are two tasks in total, whereas the first task is about writing an email. I'm sure many of us have been writing emails since very long these days. So the task two is going to be about responding to survey questions. Hence, it is not going to be an essay that you would be writing, but there would be a situation to which you would have to frame a response. So let us check it out. Task one, as we can see, is about writing an email for at least 150 to 200 words. So there is a precise word length as well as timing that we would be given in our examination. As you can see, there is a topic, but along with the topic, there is also some information which we need to consider while we attempt this task. And there are also certain parameters which we have to look after while we frame a response. So as you can see, first of all, there are two informations. On the left side, there is an example along with the topic of the email that we have to attempt on the right side. So we need to make sure that first of all, we complete all the key points that are mentioned in the email. Only then we would be getting maximum marks in this question type. Secondly, we need to also make sure that while we frame a response of an email, we don't just have to follow a common email format, but if possible, try to improvise that by using your own words. I'm sure that would be possible if in case your vocabulary is really strong. So the third thing that we have to look after is that we don't go beyond the limit. So if in case we have a minimum word limit of 150 words, then our response should not be shorter than at max 15 words. So ideally what I suggest is try to write at least 150 words if possible, although there is a limit. So maximum word limit that we have is 200. So even in that case, we have to take care that we don't go beyond the 20 word upper limit while we frame an email. And we have to make sure that our word limit is very much precise. And moving on, describing the task two of writing module that is about responding to survey questions. So even for this question type, we would be given a particular time limit and we have to make sure that once we have clicked next, we cannot go back. So ideally it is suggested to utilize the total time that you have for that particular task and only then click next or wait for the system to make you come across the next question. And as you can see in the task 2, we have a word limit of at least 150 to maximum 200 words. So basically, the word limit is very similar, but the question types would differ. So we need to take care that we understand the question that we are coming across and also look after the information which we have been asked to refer before we start writing a response. Because it is very important to not go off the topic while we are writing the response, be it task 1 or even task 2. As I mentioned, that there would be a word limit, but along with that, we are also given grace words. So we have to take care that we don't go too much above the word limit, or we should not even be too much below the word limit that we are given, of course. So we have to make sure that we follow all the basic parameters that would help us in getting maximum scores in this question type. And yes, while you guys would be attempting the question on your examination, you would come across certain on-screen tools. Basically, these on-screen tools are going to be very important ones while they would help you throughout the time. So firstly, as I mentioned, there would be an overall timer, but along with that, there would also be a sub-timer for the respective task. Second thing, as you can see, as I suggested before, that you don't have to use the next button while you are attempting any particular task. And the third thing that is equally important is the word length that has been highlighted all in the red. So please make sure that you utilize all these three things while you are attempting the writing task. And of course, you would also have a spell check. So it is not going to be that tough to frame a spelling. But yes, if in case whatever you have typed and that belongs to an English language dictionary, so that would not fall into a spelling mistake. But yes, unless you have actually misspelled a word. So, for example, if the word is staff that you are trying to write, and you have actually wrote something else, okay, STEF. Now, for example, if that word doesn't belong to English language, only then it would be underlined in red. Otherwise, there would not be other case where you would actually get the highlighted one. So you have to take care of this because spellings are very important when it comes to writing tasks. Moving ahead, there are certain parameters based on which we would be assessed. That includes content and coherence. So we need to take care that whatever we are framing in our response, it should be very much relative. That includes the number of ideas that we are inputting in our response. So we don't need to include too many ideas in just one response. So we need to understand the question because at times we have seen that there are many candidates who just go with the flow and write up lot many ideas and end up with writing a very lengthy response that is not even required. And eventually they feel that they ran short on time. Then no, that's not what you need to do. You need to take care that whatever ideas you are presenting, that matters with the quality of what you are writing. If we talk about the organization of ideas, then it is very much important that we don't repeat our ideas in few other sentences with whatever we are writing. So we need to take care that whatever we are framing, it must be in an organized manner. Moving on, there are also requirements to input certain examples in order to support the details. So we have to make sure that we at least try to input maybe one example in order to support the points that we are writing in our response. Talking about the second parameter, that is vocabulary. So it is very important to choose the right and appropriate words while we write a response, as it is not always about using very rich vocabulary, very fancy words, but whatever you are writing should be adequate. That is very much required. And if we talk about using of phrases or any kind of words, so please make sure that you use only suitable words as per the topic. And whatever phrases you are using, they should seem like natural while you write a response. Also, if we talk about the readability, that is the third important parameter. So that basically helps in understanding whether whatever format you are using and whenever you are paragraphing your response, it must be in an order, because if the order is not appropriate, then it would surely affect in a negative manner in your writing scores. Also, if we talk about the grammar in the sentence structure, then it is very important to use the right tenses, the right verbs that we are using while framing a sentence, as sentence structure would actually have an impact upon your overall response. And if we talk about spellings and punctuation marks, then it is very important, as certain punctuation marks may change the meaning of your sentence which you are trying to frame. And the last one is task fulfillment. So basically in task fulfillment, it is going to check whether whatever you are framing is that relevant to the topic that you have been asked, and the completeness of your response. That should include all the key points. I would repeat, all the key points that have been asked in the question, they must be covered up. also. The word count, as I said. So if all the parameters are maintained throughout your writing response, trust me, you can definitely score very good marks in the writing section. Yes. So these are the ones that I've covered up. And moving on to describe the scoring parameters, as I said, even in the speaking module, that the minimum requirement for your immigration purpose would be 9 level of CELTIP or more. So please make sure that you aim really high whenever you are preparing for the CELTIP, because the maximum level of CELTIP is 12. So make sure that you aim high in order to score maximum marks in your CELTIP test. And this is the description of what is considered when you score a level of CELTIP in the level 9. So if in case you are able to frame, or if in case you are able to score a 9 or more, then you would fall under this category, which would describe that whatever you're writing and whatever you're framing, that describes that you can write in an organized manner, considering all the formal context, and it also includes a complex grammar usage. And whenever you are framing the sentences, you also input the vocabulary that is very much appropriate to the response. So all these things combining would surely help in scoring an appropriate marks in your examination. So please do contact us for more inquiries regarding the CELTIP's writing module and even any other module regarding the CELTIP test. We shall be waiting for your call, guys. Please do contact us. And for more inquiries, you can surely let us know upon our official website, that is www.aspiresquare.com. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a good day.